I wish her the best and everything. You know, it was a sad time in our lives. My actions certainly led us to this decision, and you know, I've certainly made a lot of errors in my life, and that's something I'm gonna have to live with.
When Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren embraced at the 2024 PNC Championship, cameras captured what everyone missed for 15 years. Not a story about forgiveness or romance. Something far more powerful. Proof that perfection is a lie, but reality can be beautiful. Not what you think. In the early 2000s, Tiger was a machine. A construct built by his father Earl and polished by Nike. The robot. No emotions, no weakness, just wins. Perfection as corporate product. Elin was the perfect accessory. A Swedish nanny in 2001 for golfer Jesper Parnevik. Beautiful. Quiet. When they married in Barbados in 2004 in a $1.5 million resort event, they looked like the American dream. The prodigy and the beauty. It was a picture. That's all. But here's the problem with perfection. It can't bend. So when pressure builds, it shatters. And on Thanksgiving 2009, it shattered completely. The accident at Isleworth happened in seconds. A fire hydrant, a tree, a shattered back window. Then the truth came spilling out like broken glass. Not one affair. Multiple affairs. A marriage hollow at its core. The robot malfunctioned. The machine broke down. Elin didn't need the internet to tell her what happened. She saw it herself. She picked up a golf club and shattered the glass house they were living in. The divorce was finalized in August 2010. Elin walked away with between $100 and $110 million. She could have done what celebrity ex-wives usually do. She could have gone on reality TV and sold her pain. She could have hired lawyers and publicists to destroy Tiger. She could have fought dirty. She didn't. She chose silence. Strategic silence. Silence that protected their two children, Sam and Charlie, from the bloodbath that was about to happen. Tiger faced a choice in those dark months after the split. He could have blamed Elin. He could have blamed his father. He could have blamed anyone. Instead, something shifted inside him. The robot started to become human. He sat down with his kids and told them the truth. Daddy made some mistakes, he said. Not excuses, not explanations that blamed someone else. Just ownership. He wanted them to hear it from him before the internet told them. He wanted them to understand that Daddy wasn't perfect. This moment was the cornerstone of everything that came next. By taking responsibility, Tiger removed the burden from Elin. He validated her to his children. He said, "Look at how great you are. You have two loving parents that love you no matter what." He separated Tiger, the husband who failed, from Tiger, the father still trying. While Tiger struggled with injuries and a complete swing overhaul, Elin did something unexpected. She enrolled at Rollins College to study psychology. This wasn't a hobby or a distraction. This was intellectual reconstruction. She was refusing to be defined as a divorcee. She was rebuilding her identity from the ground up. She pursued understanding. By studying the human psyche, she could understand the pathologies that led to the infidelity. She could forgive the sinner while condemning the sin. In 2014, Elin graduated as valedictorian. She gave a commencement speech that broke 4 years of public silence. She talked about education being the only consistent part of her life during the turbulent years. She earned a 3.96 GPA. She had transformed herself completely. She wasn't the silent wife anymore. She was the matriarch. She was the counselor. She was someone who had processed trauma through the clinical lens of science and emerged whole on the other side. Then, in late 2015, Tiger said something that surprised absolutely everyone. "She is one of my best friends," he told Time magazine. "We're able to pick up the phone and we talk to each other all the time." He said he wished he had known that back then. The relationship with Elin had fundamentally shifted in every way. It wasn't about the past anymore. It was about the present. They lived just 25 minutes apart in South Florida. They created a porous border between their households so that Sam and Charlie felt no friction. They functioned like co-CEOs of a business. The business was raising two children. Elin admitted in interviews that her relationship with Tiger was centered around their children and that he was a great father. She separated the failure of the marriage from the success of the parenting. This distinction was everything. But then something happened that tested everything they had built. In February 2021, Tiger lost control of his Genesis GV80 on a Los Angeles road. The car rolled down an embankment. When paramedics found him, he was lucky to be alive. His right leg was shattered. He underwent emergency surgeries to insert rods into his tibia and screws into his ankle. The doctors talked about amputation as a real possibility. The robot wasn't just malfunctioning, it was nearly destroyed. During the terrifying weeks that followed, Elin did something remarkable. She bent over backwards to ensure that Sam and Charlie could see their father. She managed the domestic front and shielded the children from media frenzy while maintaining access. process. She didn't see the cheater. She saw the father of her children fighting for his life. This was the final proof. Forgiveness isn't something you feel in a moment. It's something you live over time. Elin had lived through 15 years of choosing the children first. She had lived through silence when she could have screamed. She had lived through rebuilding when she could have fallen apart. And now, when Tiger was physically broken and vulnerable, she was there to help him heal. Tiger's worldview shifted after the crash. He talked about being grateful just to have a leg. This gratitude extended to his support system. The presence of Elin and the kids gave him a reason to endure brutal physical therapy. The last layers of his ego stripped away. He valued connection over conquest now. He valued presence over performance. But raising two kids in the shadow of Tiger Woods' legacy came with unique challenges. Sam, the oldest, grew up deeply resenting golf. When she was young, golf took her father away from her completely. Tiger had to pack and leave for weeks at a time. The pursuit of Jack Nicklaus's record came at the expense of his presence in her life. Sam developed a negative connotation to the game. She didn't want to play. She didn't want to be associated with it. But Tiger and Elin didn't force it. They let her have her own relationship with golf, which meant she didn't have to have any relationship with it at all. Then something changed. Sam volunteered to caddy for her father at the PNC Championship. By being inside the ropes, she wasn't the one left behind anymore. She was a participant. She was part of the team. Elin supported this evolution. She understood healing often looks like slow progress. Charlie, on the other hand, embraced the game fully from the beginning. He loved it, but this presented a different problem: the crushing weight of expectation. He was Tiger Woods' son. The pressure was immense. Tiger and Elin's co-parenting unit became a shield. They became fixtures at his junior tournaments. They attended his high school state championship run. They rode in golf carts together. They chatted. They shared the anxiety of watching their son compete. By 2023 and 2024, their joint presence at Charlie's events became completely normalized. The cameras would catch them together, and nobody even blinked when they did. When Charlie got his state championship ring in March 2024, both parents were there, beaming with pride. This united front was crucial for Charlie. It told him that despite everything, his parents were a team regarding his future. Then came December 2024, the PNC Championship. This tournament is special to Tiger. He calls it a highlight of his year because it's about bonding with his son. Charlie scored a hole-in-one. Tiger was in the restroom when it happened, which is hilariously realistic. He missed seeing it live. But what came next was what mattered. Cameras captured Tiger and Elin sharing a warm embrace, a tender moment. They stood together, smiling, united by the success of their son. This was genuine affection. This was the final truth made visible. The embrace at the PNC Championship was a viral moment, but not for the reasons people usually think. It wasn't about romance or a possible reunion. It was about two people who had raised a champion. Not just a champion golfer, but a champion young man. It was about them standing on the same side of a difficult journey. As of 2025, Elin Nordegren is not defined by her association with Tiger Woods. She has built a life of abundance. She is a mother of 6 children, Sam and Charlie with Woods, 3 children with her partner Jordan Cameron, a former NFL tight end, plus a stepson. She is living what sources describe as her sweetest dream. She always wanted a big family, and she achieved it. Jordan Cameron is a stabilizing force. There's no friction between Woods and Cameron. They function as a modern blended village. Elin's happiness in her own life makes her a better friend to Tiger. She interacts with him from a place of wholeness, not need. But the strength of their friendship faced a new variable in late 2024 and early 2025. Tiger started dating Vanessa Trump, the ex-wife of Donald Trump Jr. This introduced political complexity. Vanessa comes with the baggage of a polarizing political dynasty. This could have fractured everything, but it didn't. First, transparency. Tiger informed Elin about the relationship before it became public. This is the opposite of the secrecy that destroyed their marriage. Second, there was an organic connection. Vanessa's daughter Kai attends the Benjamin School with Charlie and Sam. They share golf as a common interest. The relationship was built on parenting proximity and shared interests. Third, when Elin had reservations about the speed of the romance, she didn't go public. She offered advice like a friend. She respected his autonomy while still caring about his well-being. The fact that their co-parenting foundation didn't fracture under the weight of a Trump headline is evidence of how solid it is. They have completely decoupled their personal romantic choices from their shared parenting duties. They are teammates first. Everything else is secondary. Now let's be clear about what this story is not. It's not about Tiger and Elin getting back together. It's not about romantic forgiveness or a hidden love that never died. It's not a fairy tale ending where they ride off into the sunset. That's not reality. And this story is all about reality. The marriage failed. That's the truth. The partnership succeeded. They built something that most people don't achieve. They took the wreckage of a very public implosion and constructed something something functional, something that works, something that puts children first and ego second. The theme running through all of this is perfection versus reality. In the 2004 to 2009 era, they were caught in the myth of perfection. They were the perfect couple, the perfect life. But perfection is suffocating. It requires the suppression of all negative emotions. It can't breathe. It can't bend. So it broke. Reality is different. Reality is messier, but reality is also resilient. Because they already survived the worst, they are immune to minor shocks. Public humiliation, betrayal, a car crash that almost cost Tiger his leg, a new relationship that brings political baggage. They've been through it all, and they're still standing together. The friendship they share now is based on who they actually are, not on who they were pretending to be. Tiger is the daddy who makes mistakes and his best friend, not the robot, not the chosen one. Elin is the matriarch and the counselor, not the silent wife, not the victim. They are people, complex people, flawed people, and somehow that makes them better friends. Elin noted years ago that money doesn't make you happy. The $100 million gave her the privacy and autonomy to heal on her own terms completely. But the money didn't buy the peace. The peace was purchased through emotional labor, through difficult conversations, through choosing the children first every single day for 15 years. Tiger's net worth is now estimated at $1.3 billion. Elin's is around $200 million. But those numbers don't capture what actually matters. What matters is that Tiger can call Elin one of his best friends. What matters is that Sam and Charlie have two parents who are unified. What matters is that when Charlie scored a hole-in-one, his parents embraced because they were proud of him together. The final truth is that divorce was not a failure of their relationship. It was the evolution of it. The marriage had to die for the friendship to live. In the pressure cooker of the perfection era, they could never be best friends because the power dynamic was skewed unfairly. Tiger was the celebrity, Elin was the silent partner. But in the reality era, they are equals. They are partners in the most important project of their lives, their children. This story offers a powerful counter-narrative to the toxic divorces we constantly see in public all the time. Usually the story is about fighting. It's about lawyers and publicists destroying each other. It's about children caught in the crossfire. The Tiger and Elin story is different. It's about understanding that the marriage failed, but the partnership could still succeed. It's about recognizing that you can stop being someone's spouse and still choose to be their friend. Elin's legacy is not that of a victim at all. It's the legacy of a master strategist of emotional health. She understood that holding on to anger would only poison her children. By letting go, she gained a family. She has 6 kids. She has a partner who loves her. She has respect from Tiger Woods. She has it all. Tiger's legacy is expanded from what it was before. He's not just the greatest golfer of all time anymore. He's a man who learned to be a human being. He's a father who chose presence over performance. He's someone whose daughter's negative connotation toward golf forced him to reevaluate his entire life's priorities completely. In 2025, Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren stand as a beacon of perfection versus reality. They rejected the false perfection of a curated image. They embraced the messy, complicated, beautiful reality of a modern blended family. The final truth is that they won. They defeated the tabloids, they defeated the bitterness, they defeated the trauma. When they embraced at the PNC Championship, it was a celebration of a 15-year journey from the wreckage of an Escalade to the peace of a shared life. They are, against all odds, a team. And in the game of life, played on a course far more difficult than Augusta National, they have achieved a true grand slam. If you believe public mistakes can lead to private growth, drop a comment. Subscribe for stories beyond the headlines. This is Tiger Woods' greatest comeback.